Happy Wednesday. I hope all of you all are well. It is your girl Kiki coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. So you guys come in, you see the title. You all have seen this week I have been talking to you all about starting over. And all of us have had to start something in our life over. Now, I'm not going to tell you all, I'm going to be here for a short amount of time. But the plan is for me to be here for like 1 hour. I give you guys 1 hour. Bet, hey, sweetheart, good evening to you too. Jordan, hey, how are you? How are you guys? A sister been busy tonight, real busy. So I'm like, yeah, let me go. Because y'all already know the spiel. When I go in the house and I get comfortable and do this, it's over. I started to go live when I got home. I'm like, yeah, no. Tan doing God's work. Hello to you too, beautiful. Kimberly, how are you? Jordan, I'm happy you're good. I am so happy. Hey guys, let me tell you all know when you see me live that I gotta come with my, I don't want to say complaint, but I give answers and responses to people that act up in my comment section. So this is kind of like an icebreaker. Ace of Spades, hey, good evening to you. Randy, hey, boo. Danny, hey. My guys is here. Everybody in trouble. When Randy come up here and Danny come up here and Mr. Hoodie come up here, that's my crew. Colin, Cannington, hello. Ashley, hello. Is it Seal Holmes? I hope I'm saying your name right. Y'all forgive me if I ask your names. But let me tell y'all something. You know what I find appalling, guys? And I'm going to say this before I get to the message. I find it so appalling that so many people are overgrown, men and women. And you all will see something that is so beautiful, so positive, but still find a way to turn it into something negative or be argumentative about it. It's crazy. It makes no sense to me. Now, I put up a post. I put up numerous posts. And a woman comes up trying to argue with me when I said about what I'm going to talk about tonight. I said, let them laugh at you starting over because some of them have never started. A woman comes up there the other day. Well, I don't have time to worry about other people. I'm out here doing me. Okay, ma'am, who asked you? See, you all comment and say stuff and it's pointless. Who asked you if you were concerned about anybody? And just because somebody says that, okay, let them laugh at you for starting over because they probably have never started anything. What makes you think that they're concerned about what people think about them? That's just a fact, and they're stating a fact. Y'all have to stop thinking that every time somebody speaks on something that it's because they are zooming in on a person and they just are crying and can't eat, can't sleep because they're concerned and about what somebody thinks about them. This generation is so argumentative. Y'all would try to turn anything positive into something negative. Then I put up another post that said, only God can judge me. Translation, shut up and let me sin in peace. Y'all was coming up there with scriptures. Yeah, but first of all, Kiki, sometimes when somebody say that, it could just mean you don't know their story. Hey, listen, stall me out with all of that. Everybody got a story. All of us have a story. And I'm sure if we sat around a table eating s'mores, okay, that each one of us could tell our background and a story and somebody starts crying about it. But guess what? Our background, our stories, our trials and tribulations, this is not an excuse to keep sinning. Y'all gonna stop trying to manipulate me, because I keep telling y'all, and I say this humbly, what I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. I wasn't born yesterday. I didn't fall off the turnip truck this morning. Y'all be saying this off the wall stuff to me. Stop making excuses for sin. And then people was coming up there like, yeah, well, if somebody says that to me, I'm going to kind of think that there's a little bit of self-righteousness in them. And see, when they're pointing one finger at somebody, it's four fingers pointing back at them. Okay, here's the deal. Either you jealous if you call somebody out on stealing, you miserable, when you call out some BS that somebody does. Now it's a new one. When you call out what the devil is doing, he's destroying people with drugs, alcohol, sex outside of marriage, adultery. Okay, now you self-righteous. Y'all make up y'all mind. Because if people sit quiet in the face of evil and don't say anything, then what would you say about them? Everything somebody does, a lot of you all, you want to argue about it. Go argue with your mother. Go argue with your father. Go argue with your little cute kids. Go argue with your boss at work. Go argue with the old church mother in the house of God. But you're not going to argue with me. Because what I post and what I talk about, it's non-negotiable with me. It's non-negotiable with me. Call me miserable, call me bitter, or say I come off. See, y'all like using that term too, unbecoming, or you come off miserable, you come off bitter, you come off jealous. Jealous of who? I don't know what none of y'all have in your private personal life. You think I really care? You literally think I care about cars and houses, a man, money that somebody got? Why am I excited or mad about a car or money you got? It ain't my money. Now, if you give it to me, then I'm going to be happy. But I've never understood that somebody jealous of what somebody else got. So you calling somebody out and you jealous, or are you just being realistic? Are you just calling out and exposing the enemy? Has nothing to do with misery, has nothing to do with bitterness, has nothing to do with jealousy. Nobody's self-righteous because they put up a post and said, only God can judge me. That's what a lot of saints say. When you confront saints about their dirt and about their mess, to deflect and to manipulate and finagle the conversation, they will say only God can judge me. How do you all act like you don't know this? How do you all act like you've never experienced this? We've got to stop. You all are too big, too grown, too old. Y'all got to stop, because guess what? God is going to deal with you. He's going to deal with each one of us. You really think on Judgment Day, God is not going to confront us and say, well, this person came to you. I sent my daughter. I sent my son. I sent numerous people to you to call you out on your adultery and call you out on your fornication. And you began to verbally attack them and call them miserable, call them jealous. You kept saying they were self-righteous, but they were anointed and appointed by me. Just like I gave you a job when you walked the earth. And every time you gave resistance. And so now I'm going to give you a stripe for that. For those of you who don't know what a stripe is, that's just whatever mark God chooses to give you for every single sin you've committed. Open up your Bible. That's why God says in the word, you can enjoy your folly. I'm paraphrasing. You can enjoy your folly. You can have fun in your youth, but you will receive stripes. Stripes is just hits, meaning judgment for all the little fun that you had that was sinful. And I'm telling you the truth. But anyway, y'all, we passed that. Let's get to this message. Because see, today, y'all are going to walk away feeling even better than what you are already feeling. Hey, Kimberly, Kim Ocean Deep. How are you? How are y'all doing? King Hazy, I see you. I see you. Yes. I see all of you guys. So anyway, guys, you all saw the title. You saw the video I put out. I don't even know when I put the video out. Y'all, stuff comes to my spirit, or I pray and stuff comes to me and I make a message. And that's what it is. But anyway, guys, I put up a post in a community tab some days ago. It may have even been last week when I said, let people laugh at you for starting over because they've probably never started anything. And then I've talked to you all also about how I want this to be the last day that you are ashamed and embarrassed about having to start over, if you are starting over with something. Whatever it is, I want you all, for those who are new here, I will go live and talk about a message, sometimes a second time. I will bring up a topic because there are so many new people that come in every day. And so to make it easier for you all, so you do not have to go into my video collection, because I have more than 500 videos, I will go live so you all can talk and ask questions in real time. But anyway, I want it to be the last day that any one of you are embarrassed or ashamed about having to start something over. You have to realize that when you have to start something over, that is a profound thing. That is really God speaking to you in so many words. If you've been given the opportunity to start something over, that means that what you struggle with and what you had that was adversity, what were strongholds, what were failures, what were delays, that means that it did not kill you. It did not take you out. It did not take your mind. It did not break you. So why is it that a lot of you all, when you start over, you're embarrassed? Why is it that a lot of people, when they have to start over, they're constantly crying about it? Why is it when certain people start over, they are so ashamed of it? And if someone brings something to them as far as them starting something over, a lot of you all, you can't even look people in their face. But I'm here to tell you today, your start over, it shows how God feels about you. It shows that you are a strong man or woman. It shows that you know how to persevere and survive. It shows that you are not a sore loser. A lot of people, when they lose something, a house, a car, a marriage, friends, a business, money, opportunities, they actually turn bitter about it. They give up on God. They stop being hopeful and positive. They sometimes don't make it. They don't make it. They are called to glory because the hit that they took, or the hits that they took, were so many and they were so strong that they did not want to go on. But those of you who are starting over, if you are still alive, that is major. That's major. That is profound. And so you having to start something over, sometimes the second time around is better than the first time. Think about every single thing that you had the first time. I'm talking to those of you who right now, you may be at a point where you're in the very, very early and beginning stages of starting over. And so it has not fully manifested. You have little scraps that you're working with. But think about if you were a former business owner. How did business go for you? When you had a restaurant, if you had a food truck, if you had a beauty salon, if you had a large clientele and you were doing hair, if maybe you owned a daycare, if maybe you were selling a particular product. Think about how business went for you at the time. A lot of you, your business was fluctuating. It was going up and down. You had good days where you made a lot of money at the end of the day or at the end of the quarter. And then you had bad days where business for you was very slow. But then something happened where business, it remained the same. And when I say it remained the same, meaning you were not doing well or bad, it kind of hit a plateau. And so when you hit that plateau, or when you got to that level and you saw no movement and not a lot of activity, for some of you business owners, it got so bad that you had to close your business up. Or some of you, you've had a business, and because of personal things going on in your life, you could no longer maintain the business. Maybe you did have a daycare, a beauty salon, a restaurant. You were running a food truck. You were an esthetician. You were doing lashes. You were doing brows. You were doing waxing. And so it hit a plateau. You no longer had a lot of clientele, but it was not because people didn't want to come into your place of business, but it was because you had personal things going on. Some of you all, business for you in the last season, it was overwhelming because while you are trying to be a business owner, this is for men and women, young, middle age, old, because there's young people that own businesses too. I'm talking to all people who own some type of business. I don't care if it's known or if not a lot of people know about it. But business for some of you all in the last season, it was very overwhelming because while you were trying to be a businessman or a businesswoman, you also were still trying to be a single mom. You were still trying to be a wife. You were still trying to even work another job. For some of you all that had a small business, you may have been trying to work another job outside of your business. Some of you all, you may have got sick. Different things were going on. Various things were going on. And so it was bad for business. And because of the people behind you, y'all got to listen to this and catch it. The people on your team that you entrusted with money coming into your business or going out, the people that you entrusted to hire and you have them come in on a schedule, it was bad for business because you were not always there. And what's the saying? When the cat's away, the mice will play, or the mouse will play. Sometimes people get comfortable when the head is not there, when the leader is not there. Think about how we acted when we were in grammar school and high school. When we had a substitute, for the most part, we cut a rug. We acted a complete fool. Or was I the only one acting a fool? It might have just been me acting a fool. I don't know. But when the main teacher was not there, you acted a fool. And so nothing got done because everybody was busy talking, cracking jokes, laughing, running around the classroom. They kept leaving out to go to the bathroom. So equate that with you being a business owner. Because you have other things that you're taking care of, you may not have been able to monitor and be at your place of business every single day. A lot of time got away. So in a nutshell, you had to close down. So if you're at a place now where, okay, now you are more energetic, now you have new people that you trust. They've been tried and true. They have been proven that they are educated, that they are trustworthy people, and that they have your back. They are very strong, supporting people. Now you're starting over. You're starting from scratch, some of you. You may not have all of the inventory for whatever your business was. You may have very little inventory, and you have very few clientele. Because sometimes, unfortunately, when you are a business owner, when you close up the first time, a lot of those customers, you lose them. They are not loyal. They go to somebody else. And then some, they will go to somebody else while you're struggling, and then they will come back to you. Whatever the case is, if now you are at a starting point where you are starting over, and little by little, bit by bit, you're rebuilding what you once had, don't be embarrassed about that. Don't be ashamed of that. Be happy because now you are more equipped. You are more equipped. See, failure that you got, I want you guys to understand this. Failure actually makes you better. If you see anybody in life that has failed at something and they've gotten worse behind their failure, it's because they've given up. I told you all, you lose in life when you just give up. Period. However that look for you. And I don't care what it is. When you give up and decide to stop living, be negative, be bitter about it, always complain about it, be pissed off about everything, and you just feel like, your life is horrible, you act like Job and be screaming and hollering at God like, God, why was I even born? You will come across people like that. But if you failed at something, I don't care how many times you fail, every single time you get up, you are winning. Through people laughing at you, through them gossiping about you, through people slandering you, through people pointing their finger at you, saying whatever, passing their strong opinions about you, through it all. If you are still functioning and getting up and you're willing to start over again and try something again, you are in a good place. You are in a good place. You are in a good spot. Don't you dare be embarrassed or ashamed of that. Don't you dare. I'm saying this to all the people who are starting over. But right now, I'm targeting business owners. I just feel like I need to talk to people who own businesses. Remember, you are talking to a woman who, I had a mother that was a business owner. And my mother made me, from a little girl, her assistant. And I saw my mother build just from scratch. She had help, of course, but I saw my mother build her business from scratch. She taught me about how to get a tax ID for your business. My mother taught me about inventory. She taught me about having an eye for people that you hire. My mother had to cuss people out. People were stealing from her. See, while people are laughing, people don't understand that when you're a business owner and you fail at it the first time, or you're starting over, they don't see everything that's happening behind the scenes. It's a behind the scenes, it's a veil. And people are not behind that veil. They don't see everything. They don't see employees that are fighting with each other. They don't see employees that are stealing money from you. They don't see when the state keeps coming in because it's a jealous business owner on the same block as you, and they trying to get you shut down. Not because you doing nothing illegal, but they just jealous because you taking their customers. See, I saw my mother go through this. I saw my mother get her business windows busted out. Okay? And the alarm company had to call her. They called my mother and father's house at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And people that work for my mother, if she fired them, or if it was somebody on the block that had a beauty salon or they had a clothing store and they customers was leaving coming to my mother because she was a seamstress and designer, they got a thug or a drug dealer as one of their kids to bust out her windows. Oh, baby, I saw it. I told you I've seen some things in my time. I have seen some things. I have seen some very evil people. I know some very wicked, evil people, and I have seen some evil things. I have seen a scathing hot level of jealousy in different people. That's why when people be accusing you of being jealous, because they don't just do it to me, they'll do it to you too. It's laughable. It's laughable because, baby, jealousy ain't calling you out like that. Jealousy ain't targeting you when you done stole something. Jealousy is active. Jealousy is active. Jealousy is moving. When somebody physically cutting up, baby, that's a jealous demon. Okay? So see, what I'm saying is that while people laughing, what are they laughing at exactly? They laughing because what? At one point, you was the most well-known man or woman in your neighborhood that had the chicken shack. And so you was popping, everything was hitting. And so now they see you back in your crib. You back in your house selling the chicken and they laughing. But behind they laughter, they don't understand that when you had that shop at that particular location, people kept actually hating on you. Your windows was getting busted out. The state kept coming in, trying to create an issue, saying, okay, fix this, fix this. You did everything, but they come back a week or two later. You got people that you trust, that you hired to do a job, but they stealing from you. They stealing your merchandise. They stealing your inventory. They telling people because they mad at you being the boss, they telling they people, don't come here. Go to so-and-so. They better. They food better. They do hair better. They make clothes better. See, that's what they don't understand. And so that's why I'm telling you all, if you're a former business owner and now you got to start over, or some of you all, the business for the first time has not fully manifested. You have an idea, you have a dream, you have a vision, but you're working on it now. And people are laughing at you. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. Because second time around is going to be better. You learned, okay, now I'm a better judge of character. When I had my salon, when I had my daycare, when I had my food truck, when I had my restaurant, when I was selling my product, I had people who I didn't really know their character. I had people from grammar school. I had people from high school. I had an issue with them when we were children. So I thought because we was grown, they changed because we grown. But I found out they are not. I found out they still the same. It's just that they grown now. So now I got to whack them. A lot of y'all, you've prayed more, you've fasted more, you've been in God's face. So now you got the right people on your team. I don't care if you went from having 10 employees and you're down to 4 employees now, but all of them hitting on something. You got that small group of people, 4 people, but now you're better. Now you know, don't bite off more than you can chew. One thing that I can tell you that I know about business owners, not everybody, but a lot of business owners, especially in the hair industry, they will bite off more than they can chew. Let me break that down. Why would you schedule 30 clients in one day when you know you cannot handle that? You cannot be that greedy for money. And then you get angry because you don't sleep, you barely have time to eat, your relationship is in the toilet, your marriage is in the toilet because you so busy trying to make money. So now, what you got to do is instead of scheduling 30 clients in one day, Now you know to take your time. I'm going to schedule 5 clients a day. Today, I'm only doing braids and I can only handle 5 clients. I'm going to start at 5 o'clock a.m. I'm going to start at 6 o'clock a.m. But see, the old you, when you had a salon, then you would start at 7 to 8 o'clock and you had 20, 25, 30 people. You was going home at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock in the morning and then waking right back up at 9 to 10. And you was angry. See, you got to know how to plan. You've got to know to not bite off more than you can chew. To all the business owners, that's what I'm telling you all. You cannot be so greedy that you begin to be unreasonable about your time. You've got to sleep. You've got to rest. You've got to keep your relationships intact, whether it's with your children, whether it's with your spouse. You've got to have a social life. I don't understand this whole grind. I ain't grinding nothing. Period. I'm not doing it. Say what you want about me. Think what you want about me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sit up here and be crying. I'm not going to sit up here with swollen feet. I'm not going to sit up here with the whites of my eyes red with red veins going through them. You steady getting colds and the flu because your immune system has been broken down and weakened because you have a lack of sleep. Who are you trying to prove something to? No. Stop biting off more than you can chew. Okay, so that's for y'all business owners. Let me go to the next segment. The next segment I want to address is married people who are being reconciled to your spouse. That's something else I want to talk about. A lot of you all, because you were vulnerable and you talked about your husband and your wife like a dog and you went through some stuff, but now God has delivered them. Domestic violence comes up in marriages. Drug addiction comes up in marriages. Alcohol addiction comes up in marriage. Infidelity comes up in marriage. Different levels of abuse. A lot of that comes up in marriage. But some of you all, you stuck it out. You failed at it. You failed at it with that spouse. But for some people, God is going to reconcile that same couple to each other. But people will laugh at that. They will laugh and they will look at you and say, well, you guys hated each other. Y'all was a train wreck. Why? Why are y'all getting back together? And they laugh. But see, they don't understand that from the beginning, God destined you to be with that man. God destined you to be with that woman. It doesn't matter how outside people feel. I keep telling you all, you know probably now, but a lot of you all probably don't know. When other people are talking about you and what it is you're doing in your life, you've got to make them understand, hey, listen, my journey is not your journey. My journey and my path is not meant for you to understand it because it's not for you. My destiny and what God called me to be and who and what God called me to do, it's not what he called you to be or called you to do what I'm doing. This is why when people are laughing, let them laugh. Let them laugh, because when people are laughing at you, it's easy for them to laugh at you and judge you because they have not been in your shoes. And even if they have been in your shoes with the same thing, it doesn't mean it was with the same intensity. They may not have gone through the exact same thing you've gone through. So for those of you who are being reconciled to your spouse, some of you all are reconciled to friends. You tried to give it a shot, having healthy friendships and connections to people. But some type of way, the enemy got in the midst of some things. You argued with some people. You fell out with some people. Things were said about you and things like that, and the friendship, it got demolished. But now God is bringing it back to you, and so you will have outside people that will come and say, why are you friends with her again? Why are you friends with him again? I thought you were done with them. You're still cool with them? You know, you can't do that. You cannot. Hey, Florence, hi. They'll say you shouldn't be with that person. But see, they don't understand this. They don't understand that God will ordain certain people to be in your life as friends. And so when people don't know the work that God is doing, they will judge it. This is why it's really, really critical that you have a gift of discernment. Because when you see certain things, you won't be quick to put your mouth on it. You will not be quick to make a judgment, because you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. And so a lot of you all now, you're starting over. And so people will shame you for starting over. They will try to shame you. They will say, don't hang with her. Don't hang with him. Because in their mind, they still have whatever experience that was negative with that person. I told you all in the video, they will keep trying to inflict it. They will keep trying to inflict that on you. But you do not have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to explain yourself to them. Let God be God. Let God be God. Let God do what he needs to do in your life. When you all start over, I want you to start over, and I want you to change your attitude about starting over. Because when you are starting a new beginning, the enemy will start trying to do a number on you as well. One thing the enemy does is he will try to discourage you from moving forward. And little things that frustrate you will start to happen. And it's really just resistance and pushback in a spiritual sense to get you to look at your start over as being pointless. But I'm here to tell you all tonight, when you change your attitude and when you just look at the fact that God gave you another opportunity to start something over again, that is what is going to keep you going. That right there alone, just alone, outside of anything else, that is what's going to keep you strong. Knowing that God gave you another chance. You all know somebody in your life right now, they were not given a second chance or a second shot at anything or a particular thing. They were not. And they were not, for some of them, given another chance because they are no longer with us. They are no longer in the land of the living. You may not know why, but whatever it was, God says we go home when we have served our purpose. So whatever purpose they serve, it wasn't meant for them to get another shot. And guess what? You did, though. And so right off that, if you all are starting over, I'm talking about business owners, people who are being reconciled to your spouse, people who are being reconciled to your friends, you are starting over in school. I'm going to address that in a minute. We're going to talk about that. So all the college people, we're going to talk. Whatever you starting over, right off the fact that God gave you a second opportunity. God is not giving everybody a second opportunity to do certain things. You all do understand this, right? I hope you all do, because if you don't understand, this is what I'm telling you. God will give you a second opportunity in life. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it because you're worried about people laughing at you, gossiping about you, and talking about you. People will see one thing when it comes to you and think that they got all the answers. That's why I love when people start talking about me. I don't care if it's a family member or not. You never tell family members, friends, or anybody every single thing about you. Let these people think that they know every move that you make. If they feel like you're not doing nothing, keep letting them think that. Don't confirm or deny anything. Let these people think whatever they want, because now they won't have a foothold to come in and try to set a stumbling block in front of you to keep you with them, whatever level they at. Let these people think whatever they want. Y'all got to start learning how to be secure with whatever you know, and God knows that's working out. You got to be okay with that. You do not have to give all these peanut gallery people a response. Let people think you ain't on nothing. Let people think you ain't about nothing. Stop giving them details on what you're planning. Stop giving them details on what's cooking. Stop telling people things that God has told you. Stop telling people things that God has promised you. Stop telling people dreams that you've had with God confirming what he's about to do in your life. Let people think you a lazy bum. Let them think you're a pig. Let them think you're stupid. Let them think you're a nobody. Let them think you're a failure in life. Let them think this stuff. Let them think this stuff. You have nothing to prove. They will see you recording in whatever spot you got. Car, kitchen, basement. Let them think that forever it's gonna, let them think whatever they want. Stop saying stuff to these people. Because while they're laughing and they talking about you and they think they got all the answers, they talking about you, they steady spitting venom, putting their mouth on you. Whole time, bit by bit, you know what it is. And guess what? Some of them, they ain't even got the gumption to even get up and record nowhere and say nothing. Because guess what? That ain't what God anointed them to do. God didn't anoint everybody to do hair and have a beauty salon. God didn't anoint everybody and equip everybody to sell a product and build a website. God didn't equip and anoint everybody to own a daycare. God didn't equip everybody to be a social media influencer in a good way. Because we got a lot of demonic influencers and a lot of negative influencers. And they lead in masses of people by droves into destruction and straight to hell. So we're not going to worry about that. Let people think what they want about you. Because while they're laughing, simply ask them if you bad enough. See, be able to back up when you ask people these questions. Because if you like a scary type of person, you can't ask certain questions. But if you bad enough and courageous enough, with respect, be like, what are you doing? Just, I don't know, what you got going on? Because you putting a lot of emphasis on me and you talking about, oh, she ain't this and she ain't that and he ain't this and he ain't that. What you got going on? What videos have you recorded? What doors have opened for you? Who emailing you and trying to invite you on their show? What flight you about to take before the year is up? See, these people don't know all this stuff. Let them think they know your moves. You never let the left hand know what the right one is doing. That's biblical. That's literally biblical. You never give all your stuff out. You should get happy when people out here clowning you and thinking you're a nobody, because they won't be on to you. You will not be under their radar. Learn that. Learn that. See, if you're wounded by words that people speak to you and you're wounded by what they say, because it's always the people that's closest to you. And see, what they will try to do too is put your name in a lot of he said, she said. They'll try to pull that too, to keep you down, to keep you angry. They'll be trying to be fake as hell and act like, oh, calm down, it's not serious like that. But when your back turn, they go and tell everything you done told them or whatever they think about you to get people to talking about you. Let them. Let them. And slowly, you be planning whatever you need to plan. Your escape, whatever. I ain't going to dig deep into that. Those in the spirit, you catch it in the spirit. But you've got to know that when you start over, you will be better the second time around. Anybody who has gotten their heart broken and you were in a marriage or a relationship, when you got the courage to go out here and start a relationship again, you may have been afraid and nervous and scared because you don't want to get your heart broken again. But let's say, I'm going to just say, everybody that's on this chat, this live, let's say you were the one who were dumped. Now, I'm not saying y'all got dumped or divorced, but let's just say that y'all was the one that got dumped or divorced. Now, you will be a better man or a better woman in a new relationship. All of your failures and all of the things you did wrong in that first situation, you have grown from that. Sometimes when people don't tell you certain things about yourself, you don't know what you need to change. And this is why I'm telling you, don't be ashamed and don't be embarrassed about your starting over point. Don't be embarrassed about that. You are going to be better. Let people laugh at you and say, he's divorced. She's divorced. I saw her as a wife. She was horrible. I saw him as a husband. He was a horrible husband. They don't need to be married. They not marriage material. Y'all know how people talk. This is how they talk. But guess what? Just ask them. If they bold enough to talk this trash in front of your face, just say, have you ever been married? Who put a ring on your finger? Because a lot of these people too, they don't even, some of them might be actually married and they arrogant as hell. That's why they boldly talk about you. But some of them, they've never been married. You ever saw that with people? They are just passionate about dogging out single women. Passionate about, I can't even say they passionate about dogging out single men because they don't attack single men in the world. This generation attacks single women. But it's numerous single men. But nobody, they don't bat an eye towards a single man. But just ask somebody, because a lot of these people, even other single people within the single community, they will dog you out and be like, that's why you ain't got no man. That's why you not married. But just ask them, have you ever been married? What show me your ring that you had when you was a married woman. I ain't never be married, but that don't matter. You still ain't got no man. Yeah, but what man married you? What's the saying? It's better to have love and lost than never to have loved at all. Some of these people, they've never had nobody love them that intensely to the point they be like, you know what? I want to spend the rest of my life with him. You know what? I want to spend the rest of my life with her. Even if it failed. But you had it. But a lot of these people, they got something to say about you. They've never had it. They literally have never had it. And I'm sorry, this is hard for some of y'all, but this is just the truth. I don't care how sweet I say it. Some people gonna get offended off that, but that's a fact. Now, if you a humble person and that ain't who you are, you ain't dogging out single women, then fine, I'm not talking to you. But I'm talking about the arrogant women out here. They single they self. You having a lot of bed buddies and you got a bunch of men in your inbox, that don't mean you all that. That's actually bad. That's a bad sign, because it ain't no Negroes in my inbox. I could tell y'all that flat out. Y'all think these men stupid? Men know. They know. If you got a slew of men in your inbox, that's not good. That's not good. I'm not going to go into details about that. I ain't going to go into details about that. Now, some of y'all it is because men really genuinely like you. I got a couple of friends. They're beautiful, very educated, and men be in their inbox. They really like them. But on the other hand, there's a lot of sisters now. Men sense something. They discern something. You easy. And that's why a lot of them in your inbox. But on the other hand, certain men know with some of us, yeah, you can't play with her. She ain't dumb. She ain't giving it up. If I come to her, I got to come correct. They not dumb. And so what I'm saying to you all is that ask these people, have you ever been married? Where's your ring? Have a man ever married you? Did you even have the opportunity to get married and fail at it? Just ask them that. That's going to stop the conversation right there. My sister, have you ever been married and had the opportunity to even fail at a marriage? Have you? My brother, have you ever, if it's a man and somebody attacking you for being divorced, just ask the person that got so much to say, or you get wind of somebody said, just ask them, my brother, have you ever had the opportunity to even fail at marriage? Failure makes you better. If you going backwards behind any failure in your life, you on the wrong track. Get back on track. Get back to baseline. Come back into the perfect alignment under God. Period. It may sound mean to some of you all. You're not going to receive that. You don't like me now. A lot of y'all don't like me no more. But that's a fact. But if it don't apply to you, see, what's not addressing you does not need to be addressed by you. That's another one of my sayings. What's not addressing you does not need to be addressed by you. Save yourself the headache. Save yourself the Twitter fingers. Save it. It ain't addressing you, then move on. I'm not talking to you. And so what you all have to understand too is that a lot of you all have to start over because God may have punished you in the last season. You had the opportunity the first time and you were not a good steward over it. You were not a good steward. And so now that you have dedicated more of your time to God, now that you have put God first as a priority, now God is bringing some things back to you to start over. You're starting over. If you lost a car and you no longer have that car, maybe it was a luxury car, but now you've had to downgrade in the new start over. You don't have that luxury car. You got a lower grade car. You still need to praise God for the start over because you have a car. Do not get caught up in people saying, okay, what happened to your Lexus? What happened to your Jaguar? What happened to your Mercedes Benz? You driving a Honda now? You driving a Toyota Celica? Baby, look, you got a car. You got a car. That's your start over. Who said you got to have it forever? You can lease a car for how long? 3 years? 5 years? 3 years? Something like that. You could turn it in after 1 year. The point I'm making is that if you've been given the opportunity to start over, do you all know it's some people, they don't even have $2,500 to put down on a car? So why you sitting up here crying and embarrassed, worrying about somebody talking about the fact that you don't have a Mercedes Benz no more and you now driving a Toyota Celica? Why are some of y'all crying about that? It doesn't matter. You have a car, sir. You have a car, ma'am. But then understand that you failed at something or something was taken away from you in the last season because God dealt with some of you all. God will deal with you when you have not been a good steward over certain things, when you have idolized a relationship, when you have no longer fellowship with God. Certain things start getting stripped away from you. He will allow the enemy to come in and do a sweep. And when you wake up and say, okay, God, I see now you standing on business with me. It's not a joke. God will bring it back to you. A lot of you all, when it comes to your education, some of you all, you had to drop out of school. I don't care if it was high school. I don't care if it was college. A lot of you all, you have been in survival mode. And so you tried to do the best and enroll in school. You enrolled in school. You were taking your classes, but it was too much. Because after school, you got to go to work. Then by the time you get off of work, you hustling, trying to get home. You're stuck in traffic. You're tired. You on the bus all day. It's taking you 2 or 3 hours to get home. Then when you get home, you got to be a mom. You got to be a wife. You got to be a husband. You may have younger siblings that you helping your mother to take care of. And a lot of you all, you had to drop out of school. But now God is bringing some things back to you. You're starting over. Now you can get classes and get a schedule after talking to your counselor that fits you and it fits your life. Whatever it is, don't you be embarrassed or ashamed about your starting over. Starting over is a beautiful thing. You learn about yourself. You learn about what you're made of. You learn this. You learn. And then God just gives recompense. This is another level of starting over. If the enemy stole a lot from you, God will give back to you what the enemy stole. He has to give back to you what the enemy took from you. So while everybody is laughing and pointing fingers and saying certain things to you, God, he will bring it back to you. Okay, wait, I'm confused. What's funny? A lot of you putting up laughing emojis. I'm trying to figure out what's the joke. Like, put me in on the joke. Put me in on the joke. And then one of y'all saying you just joined. What are we talking about? Did you see the title? I don't understand. But anyway, like I was telling you all, God will recompense to you what the enemy stole from you. He will restore every single thing that he took from you. So don't think that things you lost in the last season, it was because you were being punished. That's not for everybody. God tears people down. God lifts people up. The enemy was allowed to take certain things. God will bring it back to you. Whatever the case was, you've got to know that you given the opportunity to start something over is a beautiful thing, because everybody does not get that opportunity. Everybody will not get a second or even a third or fourth chance. Some people, God gives them numerous chances. He don't have to explain himself. He don't have to tell us why. It don't matter what we think. You think God care about what we personally think about the blessings somebody else is receiving? He doesn't care about that. God is sovereign. God can do what he wants to do. He can bless who he wants to bless. But some of you all, that's just what it was in a nutshell. For whatever his personal reason is, he's giving you 4 or 5 chances to start over. But people will look at you and they will label you as crazy. They will say something mentally is wrong with you. They will say you don't deserve it. You're going to mess it up again. They will say everything else outside of saying, you know what, you're blessed. People don't even know a blessing sometimes from a hole in a wall. Everybody think a blessing is always something material. A blessing can just be that you blessed in the sense that whatever God reason is, he done gave you numerous chances, and outside people, they know that about you. They have seen God do things in your life and they wondering why. They dizzy thinking about it because they just like, how do he keep getting all these chances? When I did that one time, I was cut down. This dude right here then did the same stupid stuff for like, since I known him, like 30 years. And he keep getting a start over. This girl keep ended up in the same situation. The same thing be going on, but she still come out on top. Y'all got to understand, sometimes that right there is also a blessing. You see blessings all in front of your face, but people miss it. It escapes them because they worried about the wrong thing. They worrying about a blessing always being money. It's always a car. It's always a house. It's always a man or a woman. It's always a newborn baby. Baby, it's so many blessings. We'll be up here all night. We'll be up here all night. Sometimes the blessing is the fact that you always are that girl. You that man that always get opportunities over and over and over and over and over again. Doors constantly open for you. You are available when somebody calls you to do a particular thing. That's a blessing. It's some people they use and they get that one opportunity, and after that they done. They're done. It's over. It's over. So I want to just stop in here and tell you all real quick. We don't got to drag it out. Make this the last day. I'm going to say it over again. Make this the last day that you cry and whine or you are embarrassed about starting over. You starting over proves, number one, that God is real. It proves that God exists. It proves that. Because what you lost formerly, it didn't take you out. You have not lost your mind. It did not break you. It did not break you. You are here and you are ready to do it again. You're ready to start stuff again. You're gonna now you're gonna be a better wife. You're gonna be a better husband. Now, when God reconciles you to certain friends, you're gonna be a better friend. Formerly, you were not a supportive friend. Now you're gonna be, a lot of you are, you're gonna be a better friend now. You're going to know it's not all about you. Some people are self-centered. They make it all about them. Maybe in a former season, you were jealous of your friend. But see, now you're secure. God has delivered you. God has healed you of some things. He's closed some open wounds. So now you can be happy for your friend. Now you'll be better. Because sometimes when it comes to friendships, your friend is not supporting you because they jealous. They in competition with you. But when they grow from their level, now they can be supportive. Now they are better. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now you will be a better business owner. You will be better at running your salon. You will be better at running your daycare. You will be better at running your restaurant. You will be better doing what you do on your platform. A lot of you all, you need a restart on your platform. What am I talking about? Those of you, if you have a platform and you have a voice, you had better be responsible with that voice you have and with that platform. You don't get on no camera and take a microphone and you telling people to fornicate. You don't get on no microphone calling people Dusties, Pookies, Ray Rays. You don't do this. because this is what is setting the tone for women to be hateful towards men and very disrespectful towards men. I know it make us chuckle because somebody's voice can sound a certain way when they say Pookie or when they say Dusty. I'll laugh at that. Just at the tone of voice, that's funny. But what I'm saying is that people will be on these platforms, Christian people, promoting sex outside of marriage. You will get dealt with by God. Utilize your platform to bring souls to Christ. Utilize it to help people to be better. You don't utilize it telling women to use a man for his money or for dinner, ladies. We're not doing that. We're not using our platform to call men Pookies, Ray Rays, and Dusties. We're not doing it. Men, stop being verbally abusive to these women. Stop telling women, calling them damaged goods. Stop telling them at the age of 35 and up, they're no good. Nobody wants them. Stop calling them 304s. Stop. Just stop. Stop always attacking their appearance. Y'all got to stop doing that too. God will put a piece of fat on you. God will put a piece of ugly on you. God will put a piece of bald-headed on you. Because a lot of y'all, you do that. You're calling people fat. You're calling them bald-headed. You're calling them ugly. Come on. I didn't see thin people talk about overweight plus size people, and you catch them 5 or 10 years later and they big as a house. Watch what you're out here saying. You don't know what nobody dealing with. You don't know what they going through. Just because somebody ain't announced that they got a health issue that's making them gain weight or whatever their situation is, you don't know everybody's situation. People will come out here with a full smile on their face and you have no clue what they dealing with when your back turned. You have no clue. That go for me and it go for you. You don't know. You don't know my full story. And I don't need no pity party. I don't know y'all story. But you better understand, you got to watch what you out here saying. And so all I'm telling you all is that whatever God has blessed you to cover, to manage, or he has anointed you to do, you better handle it with all care. You better be concerned about it. You better be a good steward over it. Because guess what? When you have a voice, everybody does not have a voice. Somebody can say, I'm going to start a YouTube channel today. I'm going to start a podcast today. I'm going to go on TED Talk. I'm going to go live on Facebook. I'm going to go live on my Instagram. And guess what? As soon as they open their mouth and start talking, nobody's listening to them. Everybody does not have the gift of gab. Everybody cannot speak because some people don't care. They don't care, and they don't care how fine that person is either. They could be fine and dressed to the T, but literally people don't care about what they talking about. That's a fact. So if you've been blessed with a voice and with a platform, use it for good. Use it for good. You don't get on no platform showing off your money, putting yourself in danger, making yourself a target. God is going to shut it down. Point blank, period. You will get shut down. It's other reasons people get shut down, but y'all know what I'm talking about. See, if somebody gets shut down because they doing the work of God, that's not a loss. That's not a loss. When they try to silence you, speaking against what society is saying is normal, we ain't got to go there. I don't have to go into no details. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. That's still not a loss. But when you get up here being negative, there are hate groups against women online. There are men groups and podcasters that speak very ill of women. You will get shut down. And so all I'm saying is that you have got to really, really understand that, wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, so anyway, y'all, what I'm saying to you all is that starting over is a blessing. It is a blessing. Okay? So, and wait, y'all, hold on. What are y'all talking about? What's behind me? Y'all saying turn around. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all seeing? Anyway, like I was saying to y'all, start over, because that's the blessing. That's the blessing. God will bless you, and God will help you, and God will anoint you to do what it is He's called you to do. Thank you, Jessica. I know that. So what I'm saying to you, I'm about to start deleting them anyway, Jessica. See, I hate the immaturity. Find somebody to play with. Y'all are real silly. Y'all just real silly. Hold on, y'all. Um, okay. But anyway, guys, your underscore local bunny, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. So anyway, what I was saying to you all, you given a second opportunity, it is just a blessing, and I want you all to see the blessing. The minute somebody tries to speak against what you're starting over, no matter how small it is, no matter the little that you have, just hold on to the fact that God has given you that second opportunity, because everybody will not get a second shot. Some people will get a second shot, but not in the same lane. If you catch my drift, there are some people, one time they own a business in their life, they lost it, they will never get that opportunity to be a businessman or a businesswoman. And if they do get the opportunity to own another business, it will not be with the same thing. Say in a former season they owned a restaurant and they lost it, they won't get the opportunity to do that again, but they can open up a business, and maybe they sell clothing. It's a whole different lane. God may have set them up to where, okay, son, daughter, this is what you can handle. You didn't do well when you owned a barbershop. You didn't do well when you owned a restaurant. It was too big. You didn't have enough workers. But now you having a small clothing store or a small boutique, that is what you can handle. And so all I'm saying to you, and Lee Lex, that is very true. She said, those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. That is a fact. That is a fact. See, don't rush either to start something over. A lot of times when you take a real heavy hit in life and you lose something, with friends, with marriage, or whatever the case, you need to rest for a while. You need to take a resting season, and you need to regroup. You need to revive yourself. You need to pray. And when you pray, then in the right time, you can launch again. But sometimes God will not allow you to launch real quickly. You may get set down by God for the next 2 years. Then on the other hand, God may sit you down for 6 months. God may launch you, a year later. You don't know, but you need to wait on God. But I find that a lot of people that have to start something over, sometimes they mess it up the second time because they start prematurely. Because you know what? You know why? Because they're worried about what everybody is saying about them. This is why I don't want you all to be deceived by the enemy. Don't get tricked into nothing. Some people, it hurts them so bad when people are speaking against them, laughing at them, and saying stuff about them, that they rush to get back out here. You will hear people that lost something. They took a big loss in business or something, and they'll say, that's okay, I'm going to be put on. Give me a month. Give me 2 months. Now you operating in your flesh. You need to regroup. You need to humble yourself. Let these people talk. Let these people laugh. You will go through that in life, where you are literally working and doing certain things because of what outside people are saying about you. Time out for that. You're not doing that anymore. You all will not be doing this stuff anymore. Now, when you wait and when you take a break and regroup, you're doing it in the name of the Lord. I'm telling y'all, the best way to do something is under the guise of God. Under the umbrella of God. You will feel better about yourself. You will be more confident. That way, when you do start something, when people start trying to speak against you and they laughing at you, you'll be like, baby, bye. You won't even get mad about it. You'll be like, baby, bye. God on my side. You ain't got to rebuke nothing because you know what you know what you know. Do it God's way. Do it God's way. Because when you do it God's way, everything flows. For those of you who may be confused and you may say, well, I don't know, Kiki, when something is from God. I don't really know if God is in this situation. I'm going to tell you, you will know that God is in a situation when it flows. Typically, when things flow, it doesn't mean little stuff here and there will happen. That's just life. But when things just flow, you have people that are not giving you a hard time and they are supportive of what you're doing. They believe in you. You have people that come and they are glad to help. They are excited about helping you. They are excited about helping you build a business. You will know that that is God in the midst of that. Because when God does something, it's perfect. It comes at the perfect time. It seems like the people that's coming, they perfect. And people, they love you. They will support you. That's what I want you all to know. That's what I want you guys to understand. So today, guys, if you got to start anything over, I want you to be happy about it. I want you to be glad about it. Thank God for it. Tonight, when you go and pray, I want you to say, God, if you're starting over, right now in 2024, if God have allowed you to start something that you once had over again, I want you all to praise God. Thank God for that. Because the fact is, everybody does not get that chance. They do not get that opportunity. And you really need to be praising God if you starting over for the 4th or 5th time. Tequila, hey, boo. If you starting over the 4th or 5th time, God loves you. God loves you indeed. Don't question it. Don't worry about it. God loves you. So that is what I wanted to tell you guys today. And I want you to always understand that sometimes when things are removed from you, it's because actually that's God's way of giving you a break too. Certain things you don't even have to go to God about. God will just allow it. It's like, let me use this as an example. Have you ever seen someone, they worked at a job and you knew that they were very dedicated to that job? They will work on their off days. God bless y'all who really go into work and you're willing to work on your off days. Those are the people that you will see. In my old job, I just saw those were the people that were taken advantage of the most. That's real talk. Some of you may be like that, where you are willing to work on your off day. You are willing to sacrifice your weekends to go and work. But you will see people that sacrifice their weekends. They work on their off days every day. If they have to stay over, if they're asked, they do it. But you know what? When the company fires that person, or they say we're downsizing, we're going to have to let you go, you're on the list of being let go. You didn't do anything wrong. We're going to give you unemployment, but we got to let you go. If you all pay attention to people that have been in those types of situations, you will almost always hear them say, you know what? I felt some type of way about them terminating me, but it was a relief. I'm relieved now. I talked to you all about this before. It's a relief for them. They get more sleep. They can spend more time with their kids. They can spend more time with their spouse. That's what's going to happen for some of you. So when you lost something formerly in the old season, you needed rest. That's why you were bad at business. Stop thinking that it's not meant for you to be a businessman or a businesswoman because you lost it. No, at a certain point and in a certain season, you just were not good at business. You needed more rest. You needed to get educated on more. And that's just what it was at the end of the day. But when people have never done the things that you have done, when people are not doing what you're doing, they are going to laugh at you. They are going to talk about you. They are going to gossip about you. They are going to have a lot to say because they are not in your shoes. People think you're stupid to start over. They think you're foolish. A lot of people think it's a waste of time. When other people give up, they want you to give up. Did you all know that? I can't stand that in people. It disgusts me. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. I can't stand nobody. You gave up on your life. You forgot what your purpose was. You lost it. And so now you think I'm going to tag along with you? I will not. The devil is a liar. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. No, I'm not going with you. You gave up on your life. I'm not about to tag along with you, sweetheart. Sir, people will just lose hope. They will give up. As long as you living and breathing, you should never give up. You should never give up. Even if you don't go and entertain the same things that you used to, you better be trying to entertain something as long as it's in the will of God. Always keep moving. Always keep dreaming. Always keep having a vision. Always keep having a goal. Don't ever allow anybody to talk you out of your vision or your dream or your goal at all. How can somebody look at you or laugh at you and judge you? What are they doing? What are they doing? Outside of them working or having fun with they different various women or various men, and they drinking and partying, and they work and they feel like they the big man on campus. They feel like they that girl. Well, outside of that, what are they doing? I would trust somebody more that is operating in a gift or a vision or a goal than I would somebody that just is working every day and they out here and they think partying, and then you can't tell them nothing. They feel like they all that in a bag of chips. All that stuff come to a halt. Is what you're doing going to carry over the next generation? Is what you're doing going to be left behind and be an inspiration to people and help people? See, that's what you got to start asking yourself. All this clubs, the clubbing that y'all doing, all the drinking and smoking and partying, where's that getting you? What is it going to leave? If God take you away tonight and somebody be like, what did he or she leave behind? You want people to just be like, oh, some weed, some liquor. That's what they did. They knew how to twerk real good. They wore Chanel all the time. They wore Dior. They dressed sharp. No. The Bible says you leave an inheritance, and inheritance is not always money. An inheritance can be nuggets of wisdom. An inheritance can be you broke down the order of something. God instilled it in you and you left it for your children or your grandchildren. This is why people got to be careful laughing at somebody that they see operating in a certain gift, because in their mind, they think it ain't going nowhere and they feel like it's not important or it ain't nothing. But what are they doing? What are they doing? You can't put your mouth on somebody else and what they doing when you're doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. That person that took step 3, you still at step 1. You on point 1. How dare you talk about what somebody else is doing? People have laughed at me. I told y'all that. It's not no pity party. That's just a fact. When I first started a YouTube channel, which I didn't see what was funny about it because I've always been a speaker. I really didn't see what the joke was. What's the joke? And a lot of people that laugh at you, put them in front of a camera, give them a microphone. They faint. They scared as hell to talk in front of people. But yet they can sit back and laugh at you and point at you. They'll talk about where you record and what you got, but baby, what you got? Well, again, what are you doing? Have you ever been married? No, you need to be quiet. Quit worrying about these couples that's reconciling to their husband or their wife. Be quiet. You ain't never even been married. You don't know nothing about forgiveness. You don't know nothing about God delivering a husband or a wife from a stronghold. You don't know nothing about that because you've never been married. You don't know nothing about loyalty. You don't know nothing about staying in the thick of love. Love is ugly, but can you stand in the ugliness of love and look past that? See, if you ain't never had that in marriage, I'm not talking about your baby daddy. I'm not talking about your screw buddy. I'm not talking about your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend for the people that's talking. Not all y'all, because I know some of y'all up here, y'all got a sweet little boyfriend or girlfriend. But I'm talking about these arrogant, cocky people. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that's always jaw-jabbing. They always got their mouth open, speaking against, laughing at, pointing at what they see somebody doing, and they feel like, okay, it ain't enough glitz and glamour for me. They ain't got this huge studio, so they take you for a joke. But again, simply ask them, sir, what are you doing? Ma'am, what are you doing? Sir, what have you done? Ma'am, what have you done? What are you doing? Have you ever been married? Have you ever had a platform? Is it successful? How long you been doing it? Oh, I've been doing it for 4 or 5 months. Okay, you need to shut up. Some people we've been doing what we doing over 10 years. Even before YouTube came out, we had microphones and was talking and speaking. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. How many friends do you have? What have you gone through with that group of friends? They talking about, oh, don't be her, don't talk to her, don't da-da-da-da-da-da. But where your friends at? Oh, you got friends? But I saw you on the corner at the gas station begging for $50. Where's your friends? You clearly don't have no friends, because if you had real friends, they wouldn't have you out here like that. They wouldn't put, I'm making a point, y'all. Don't mistake that. But do y'all see the point? You could, if you was an ugly person and the spirit of the Lord was not in you, you could really go there with people. Some people, they sit on their butt all day, every day, and they judge everybody. They really spewing out judgment. But what are you doing? What are you doing? What have you done? What have you even tried to work on something and failed at it? I respect those that have worked on something and they failed at it, versus someone who have never done anything. You haven't even had the opportunity to fail at nothing. I celebrate people who have failed at something and they starting over again. I respect them. I don't look down on them. I don't think it's a laughing matter. I'd be like, man, you a real strong woman. You a strong man, because you still out here persevering. You keeping on. That's to be honored. That's to be respected. I told you all in another video message about not despising small beginnings. Mr. Hoodie, he just talked about that. He just talked about that. So I'm just telling you all. CR2W, you do understand that I do know a lot of Spanish. So, don't play this game with me. Just don't do it. But that's what I got for you guys. That is what I got for you guys. I'm going to be going live soon on another topic that I gave you all this week so far. And I know it's going to be very, very helpful, but it's going to be more detailed, because there's some things that I don't release everything in a video message. I save it for a live. But I just want to encourage you all, because I hate to see people who they are embarrassed about starting over. And I think if we be honest, all of us have been at that point. You may have broken a home. Your home may have been broken. Your family is scattered. And you may have been ashamed of that. Things have gone on with my family. But now you have the opportunity to say, you know what? Okay, Lord, I know I went wrong here. I know I went wrong there. I prioritized this over that. I prioritize this over you. So now I can regroup. Now I can get back to baseline. And Lord, if you give me that opportunity again, I will not fumble it. I will not fumble it. I'm going to be better. Now you all can write down, jot down notes. Have your plan. Some people, they have a goal and a dream, but they don't have an actual plan. They don't have it written down exactly what they want and how they want it. The Bible says, write the vision. Write the vision. What is your vision for your life? I'm not going to even hit you all with, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Because baby, at the rate stuff going, I hope the world's still standing in the next 5 years. But I don't know. That's up to God. We don't know when God coming back. The Bible says no man knows the hour. He shall come back like a thief in the night. We don't know. But all I'm saying is that in our human mind and with our level of intellect, let's just start where we are now. Write the vision. The Bible says write the vision. Can you all put that scripture up here? Any one of you. Write down the vision and pray over that vision. If you get your anointing oil, anoint that. Pray and say, God, this is exactly the order of things that I want in my life. This is what I want you to do for me, God. Starting over is, like I said, it's not always about money and fortune and fame. It's not always about that. You may want to start over with your family again. You may want to start over going back to school again. You may want to start over getting those friendships back that you had before. You missed them. You've been thinking about them. It's certain friends that I had from the past, and lately I've had a couple of dreams about them. They were not negative dreams. I really believe that the Holy Spirit is showing me these things for a reason, or God will put certain people in my spirit. Don't despise that. Don't keep shunning that. It's a reason why these things happen. Write the vision. What is your vision? Do you want to start your salon again? Do you want to start your daycare or your restaurant again? Write the vision. Write it. Write it. Say, God, this is the order. Some of you all, you want to restore your relationship with God. You want to start over with God because you ain't even acknowledged him. You denounced him. You turned your back on God, and God is still having grace and mercy over you. So now you want to start over with God. Get back to him. Get back to him. This the time. This the time for the world to hold on to God as tight as they can. And a lot of you all, you need to do that. Write it down. Be serious about it. And say, God, these are the things I want you to line up for me. These are the things that I want you to do for me. Whatever you see fit to do first, Lord, I'm not questioning it. But this is my vision for my life. So a lot of you all, you've got to get back to God. Because see, what happens when you get back to God and you prioritize God, everything else will fall into place. Don't be pulled away. Before I get out of here with y'all, don't be pulled away by what the naysayers are saying. Don't get pulled away by that. Because it's easy to get caught up in that. Let them laugh. Let them gossip. Let them slander you. Let them take you for a joke. Let them say whatever they want about you. It's whatever. Continue to do you. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank all of you all for tuning into this live. If you shared it, thank you all so much. If you would like to be a member, I will be happy to have you. Thank you. Shout out to all of my members, all of my new members, all of my old members. Shout out to every last one of you. Shout out to all of you all. It's almost 100 of you all that's up here. Thank you to all of you all. I can't shout out all of y'all, but thank you to those of you who are in the chat. Thank you to those of you who come to the live. I'm going to tell you all, like I tell you all the time, I do one-on-ones. If you would like a one-on-one, email me. Give me time. Be patient. I may not always respond to the email quickly. Sometimes it may take me several hours. Sometimes I may not respond until the next day. But it's not mandatory that you email me. It's not mandatory that you schedule a one-on-one. I'm just offering that to you. So anyway, Jay Nash, thank you. Sheila, shout out to my girl Sheila. Pat School 10, shout out. Jay Nash. KK, shout out to you. That's funny because I'm Kiki and you KK. That's so funny. Blessings to you guys. Okay, Liam, you asking, do I have nails? Yeah, I have nails. You see my nail bed. I don't have fake nails on. Maybe one day I'll get a no chip manicure, but like wearing fake nails, yeah, no. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Oh, and I want to give an answer to somebody. Somebody asked me, was I a psychic? See, this is something else. It's funny to me because This person really, I didn't even go, the comment's still up there. Y'all can see it for yourself. I didn't delete it. But they literally said, do you hear from God or are you a psychic? What kind of question is that? That's how I know God is literally so real. Because when somebody is really being used by God and they're saying certain things, for somebody to question you and ask, are you a psychic? Yeah, no, I don't talk to witches, warlocks, mediums. I don't flip tarot cards. I do not, absolutely do I not burn. I don't burn sage or incense. I don't play those types of games. Period. I don't have no crystals or none. I don't mess around with none of that. So I hope they answer your question. The woman that asked me that, I don't even know your name. Matter of fact, I didn't even see a name. It just said user and a number. But yeah, like I said, I hope they answered your question. But thank all of you all. Let me get some shout outs up here. Is it Brianna Hamlet? Am I saying your name right? Blessings to you too. Manuel Senior, Whitney TV, Trend. Thank you so much. You're being silly. Okay, I'm going to pass you up. Kim Ocean Deep, hello. Mr. Hoodie, you already know what it is. Hey, Mr. Hoodie, wait a minute. I think you gave me, didn't you send me a message today? And I was so busy today, Mr. Hoodie. I partially saw it flash across my screen in my car. But I didn't get to respond. So don't think I ignored you. I'm gonna get to it. Is it Stainless Lux? You said you love God, Danny. My boy Danny, Sophia, Harriet. I see all of y'all up here. Sega Savage, Sophia, Kimberly, Lee Lex. I see you guys. I see you. Thank all of you all. Who is this? Agbole? I cannot pronounce your name. I'm sorry. But I see you. Your initial is A. I see you. Thank you for coming in. What is this? EKWERE? I see you, my sister. John Doe, I see you. I see you. Tequila, AG. Most High Son, Joseph. Sakina, hey, sweetheart. I didn't even know you was up here, Sakina. But I love the two skates in front of your name. One in the front and the other one at the end. I love that. What is this? Hud Mansunden? Am I saying your name right? I'm messing up everybody's name. God bless. I'm sorry. Alexi, I see y'all. I see all of you all. Hall, I see you. J Nash, I'm saying hi to you again. Ebony, I see you again. I see you. Lady Luck, she said, I started over with schooling at least 4 times and I finally finished last year. Wow, I love to hear that, Lady Luck. Great for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Chris Miles, I see you. Vasily, I see you. Pascal, I see you. Jessica, I see you. I see all of y'all. Zaria, is it Zaria or Zariah? I think it's Zariah. Shout out to you. Shout out before I go. Justin, I see you. I see you. Thank you for tuning in. Huggy Wuggy. Nice name. Thank you. Who else? Kanaya, I see you. Yanni, I see you. You always come up here, Yanni. Maya, I see you. Life. Prophet Isaiah, hello. Hello to you. I said hi to your local bunny. Who else? I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Tequila, start your cosmetic line. Start it over again. The Adventures of Evie and, is it Amelie? Carter 90, hello. House, you said you think God has been trying to call out to you and you believe he has been giving you the signs. Okay. Oh, okay. God bless you too. Okay, Mim Miro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Shout out to my members, new and old. If you want to become a member, I would love to have you. One-on-ones are available, guys. Adrio Lopez. Thank you so much. Dave B, what do you mean? What about you? I don't know what you mean. You have to tell me what you mean by that. Poop, I didn't forget about you. I see you. Okay, Dave B, before I come out of this live, what do you mean when you say what about you? What about what? I don't know what you mean. So I'm gonna have to get off that. Carter 90, thank you so much. John Doe, you said, am I married? No, I am not married. I am a single woman. I am single as a Pringle. I am single as a dollar bill. Do you have a ring for me? Do you want to get married? Are you about to propose to me live so everybody can see? Do you want me to be your wife? Are you ready? Are you equipped to handle me? Can you handle me? Are you ready for me? Are you ready for my silliness? I crack jokes. I am very prissy. I like getting my toes done. I like getting my hair done. I like perfume and smelling good. I like good food. Do you have good food in your house? I love cats. I love dogs. I love little bunny rabbits. Come on, John Doe. You asked me, am I married? Why are you asking me that? You asking me for a reason. Where's my ring? Valentine's Day is coming up. What are you prepared to give me for Valentine's Day? My birthday is coming up, March the 14th. What are you going to give me for my birthday? Would you like me to give you the list of what I like? I like caramel and cheese popcorn. I like Pepsi. I love natural hair products. I like them. I like the As I Am cream, the double cream. That's what's in my hair now. Do you see these curls? John Doe, can you give me that if you marry me? If not, I'm done with you. We're done. We're done. I don't want you around me. Do you have some As I Am cream? They sell it at Walgreens. It's $15.99 unless you got a rewards card. If you got a rewards card, you can get some money taken off of it. It'll take off $2 or $3 and it'll be cheaper. So come on, you see my hair. I need these curls. You see this? You see my hair is braided, John. Do you have the money to get my hair done? I get my hair done like every 3 or 4 weeks. It's expensive. With long hair, they charge you a lot of money. You cannot marry me if you can't do that for me. I'll rub your feet. Okay? But you got to get my hair done. It's braided. It's braids over here. But I got my curls here. You see that? Do you see this? Come on, John. And you still haven't answered. Where's my ring? How many carats? How many carats is in that ring? How many carats? Is it 2 carats? 3? Are they flawed diamonds? You will not marry me with a flawed diamond. I don't want no flaws in my diamond. They got to be clear cut, clean. Okay? And if you get my ring from Sierra, okay, that's even better. So come on, come with it. What you got? Okay, I got another proposal. Dave B, he say, can I marry you? Dave, let me ask you, because John Doe, he didn't answer my question. Are you prepared to take care of me? Do you have natural hair products that you can purchase me? Now, John Doe, he said I bugged out. Dave B, why do you want to marry me? Will you get my hair done for me? Will you rub my feet? I have pretty feet. I need my toes done. I don't play around with my pedicures, man. I need my brows waxed. Do you know how to pray? I need a man that can pray. I like cats. A lot of men, they don't like cats. I need to have a cat walking around the house. I need a puppy. I need you to buy me something for Valentine's Day. Come on. Come on. Do you love the Lord? What church are we going to be attending? What auxiliary are you going to join? Come on. I could be a bit much. I could be a bit much. Skylar Robbins, he's up here. I'm getting marriage proposals. Come on, y'all. I'm going to start giving in to y'all. Y'all be coming up here asking me. Somebody asked, was I a psychic? Somebody asked, do I got nails? Somebody asked, am I married? Okay, so y'all want to hit me with these questions. Come on. I'm ready for y'all tonight. I'm ready for y'all. What Randy saying? He said, leave them cats alone. I don't even have no cat now, Randy. But I want one. Yes, come on, y'all. John Doe, you said lottery numbers? No, I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble. Not at all. Not at all. Shredder, user, you said, do I got money? Do you have money? Show me your bank account right now. Show me your bank account. Where's your ATM ticket? I need to know what's in your bank account. See, some of y'all got jokes, but I'm going to play into it. I'm going to play in. I'm not Kiki no more. I'm not in the spirit. I'm not in the spirit. This just Kiki. So come on. So he just asked, do I got money? Do you have money? How much money you got? Tell me how much money you got. I need your bank statements. Put your bank statements up here. Email me your bank statements. Email me all your bank statements. What bank do you bank with? Are you with Chase? Are you with Old National? Who are you with? Are you with Fifth Third? Who are you with? Do you have some accounts overseas? Let me know. Andre Lawrence, he said he got $11.39. God bless you, Andre. What can we get with $11.39? You want some White Castle, baby? I got you. Come flat to Chicago. Andre, he gonna be my husband. He got $11.39, y'all. We going to White Castle. That's a real man. Yes. Yes. You Moon X Cycle, you said the chat is scaring you. Why are you scared, sweetie? Why are you scared? Don't be afraid. User, my email, you'll see it. Go into my About tab. You got to click on my description. When you click on it, you'll see everything. Weehall, you said, is Kiki my real name? No, Kiki is not my government name. I don't tell my government name because people cannot pronounce my government name. So I just use my nickname, if you wanted to know. But no, Kiki is not my actual real birth name. Not at all. What other questions? Y'all asking a lot of questions. Y'all asking a lot of questions tonight. But I got you. Keyswick Daily, you said it sounds dangerous to marry me. Dangerous. Are you afraid? Do you think I'm going to harm you in some way? You think I'm going to tie you up and put you in the basement? And you're going to be screaming for somebody to come help you? He said yes. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, y'all are hilarious. Carter, you want me to pray for you? You want a personal prayer? Email me. Some stuff is not meant to be on live. Just email me. Email me. So, yeah. So, anyway, guys, like I said, who is this? Andre, you said you're not gangster enough to be going to Chicago. You like White Castle, but you would have to settle for a bottle of vodka. Oh, you know what? I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't, Andre. I'm sorry. I mean, like maybe once or twice out the year. Maybe if a family member has a dinner or something like that, and they have some alcohol, I might have one drink. But like going to the liquor store and drinking and going to bars, I don't do that. I'm pretty boring. So, yes. No, you're 30. It's not light outside. It's like 10 something at night in Chicago. But where I am is lit up. Why would you guys think I would be somewhere that's unsafe? Oh, it's extremely safe, beyond safe where I am. Ace, how are you? You said run. You said you feel uncomfortable in your house and scared that someone or something is coming for you. I don't really know how to answer that. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. If you feel uncomfortable in your house, it sounds like it's demonic activity in your house. If you feel uncomfortable in your house, I could tell you like dead on, it's something demonic going on there. There is a spirit, there is a presence there, and you actually need to pray through your house. But if you, well, no, well, let me ask you this: what door have you opened? What I got you, I got you. I didn't really know how you meant. I didn't really know how to take that. So don't think yurt 30. Don't think I was like being smart alecky. But I was just saying like it's lit up where I am. A lot of lights, a lot of police officers. So I'm okay. But the guy that was saying you feel uncomfortable in your house, I would ask what door have you opened? Because I don't know what door you've opened. If you're uncomfortable in your home, that is showing me it seems like it's a presence there. What are you watching? What have you been watching? What have you been searching out on the internet? Because sometimes you can open up demonic doors for entities to come in your home. That's real talk. You got to be careful. Who have you allowed to come into your house? Sometimes people will drop spirits off in your house because they're dabbling in stuff. They are not right. That's also a fact. So you got to like weed all of that out. I can't really answer the question. Prime time, I do have children. I have a son and a daughter. I got a son and a daughter. Yes, I have 2 children. Good afternoon to you. Arden, is that your name? Or Ard Yun? So you must be on another side if you're saying good afternoon. Who else? Carter 90, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I had a husband. At one point and I divorced him. I've been divorced for what? Is it 11 years? I got married very young. Arden, I'm okay. Carter 90, if you feel led to donate to me, you can. My Cash App is in my About tab. You just click. Like I said, when you go on my channel and you click the description, the bio, when you click it, you'll see it there. Andre, I see you. I see all of y'all. John Doe, you said black don't crack. Yurt, can I interpret dreams? Sometimes. But no. John Doe. John, where's my ring? You asked me, was I married? Now you asking why am I divorced? I want my ring first. Then we'll talk about why I'm divorced. I'm playing around with you, John. I'm in silly mode now because a lot of y'all hit me with questions. John, I'm divorced because I got cheated on. That's a deal breaker for me. I was repeatedly cheated on for years and years and years. I kept forgiving and forgiving, and it didn't stop. Then babies came after deal. Not 1, but 2, and I was done. Yeah, I was done. But when the babies came, we was already separated. But I won't go no deeper because I'm not here to badmouth my ex. I'm not doing that. He's a very, very hardworking man. I hope he still is because we don't communicate at all. I have not talked to him. I don't see him. There's no communication there. And that's what that is. But cheating for me, I don't play around. I don't play around with because I'm not a cheater. I literally am not a cheater. So yeah, that's not going to work for me. If a man, I don't understand some of y'all. Why get married to cheat? If you want to, I don't understand it. Why would you get married to sleep around with other people? That doesn't make sense, but I guess. Diesel Dog, you said, is it morning for me? No, it's 10 something at night. What time is it? It's 10:47 p.m. in Chicago. Chris Miles, you said you divorced. I got you. Sheila is sharing the scripture with us, Psalms 51. See, y'all up here laughing now. Okay, somebody wants me to say their name. Is it Eliana? Corona? Y'all want me to say this stuff. See, y'all just taking stuff too far. John Doe said shorty a bug out. Oh man, y'all are hilarious. Arjan, I'm not gonna tell you my kids' names, but I do have 2 children. I have a son and a daughter. My children are not little. Carter 90, I see you. Like I said, if that's what you feel led to do, thanks in advance. Thanks in advance. My Cash App is up there, sweetie. You do what you want. Um, but yeah, some of y'all with this silly stuff, y'all saying silly stuff. I'm not gonna repeat it. Madison Williams, hello to you, sweetheart. Is it mixed by MILXXBYYYYY? Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. Y'all funny. Y'all was just really hammering me. Y'all was just hammering me with questions and saying stuff. But I keep getting a repeated question. I thought all of you all knew that I had children because I've talked about my son and daughter before. But my kids are not little. My son is 22 years old. My daughter is 18 years old. I told you all I got married shortly after high school. I've talked about this repeated times. I was 20 years old when I got married. I had my son at 21. I had my daughter at 24. I was a baby. Because I know when I tell people my kids' age, they be like, wait, whoa. Yeah, I had kids young. That's what happens. My friends that's in their late 30s, early 40s, some of them in their mid 40s, like late 40s, they just not having kids. God bless them. God bless them. Seriously. That's not shade, but God bless them. Woo. God bless them. Thank you, Sheila. Madison, you said this is your second time listening to me. Thank you, Madison. I appreciate you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Ron, you said, do I have a Bible? Ron, okay, are you being funny or are you asking me a real question? You've got to know, Ron. If you've been following my channel and you see what I release, you've got to know that I own a Bible. You have to know that. I'm like kind of shocked that you asked me that question. But maybe I shouldn't be shocked because like I said, somebody asked me, was I a psychic? They was like, man, like, do you listen? Are you hearing from God or are you a psychic? I guess because I said something that was too accurate for them. They just took it to some demonic. The devil is a liar. No, I don't play around with that stuff. Question, Coach Sure. I got a question. If I have tried my best to follow God all my life, why would God break me down to the point of feeling directionless and at risk of homelessness? You know what? How do you figure that's God breaking you down? I don't know your walk. I don't know your path. I don't know what decisions you've made. Because sometimes when certain hits are being taken at us, we look at God and say this is God, but really it's us. It's because we've opened certain doors and we've made certain decisions. So I can't really fairly answer your question because it's certain decisions you've made. You've made certain decisions. I could tell you that that's what comes to me. It's certain decisions that you've made. It's not all God. So what you've got to do now, you've got to get into the presence of the Lord. You need to open up your word and you need to spend some time with God. Sit there for a minute to see what God reveals to you. So, oh, Tequila, you want some kids, boo? I see you. And God will give that to you, Tequila. But I want you a married woman, and then I want you to have your babies. Life for two, I see you, my beautiful sister. Question, Coach Sure, you got another question for me before I head out? You said you losing your faith. So listen, question, because that's your name. You gotta pray. You gotta get into the presence of God. You gotta get into the presence of God. If you feel like you losing your faith, because God is the one that's going to strengthen you so you can continue to go on. A lot of us, we feel like that. It's not just you, sweetie. It's just a lot of Christians. They probably don't tell the truth. They don't talk about that. It's moments where I felt like I was losing my faith because sometimes you can go through so many things in life that it makes you weak. But you have to get into the presence of God. So yeah. Go Ninja Steven, you said hail Satan. Okay, God bless you. You worship the devil, but God bless you. I welcome everybody here. I hope you learned something. While you hailing Satan, try my God. Because my God, he blesses and does things with no attachment. But your God, Satan, when he give you something, you got to do something for him in return. But our God, my God, he's not an Indian giver. He doesn't give you something and then take it back. So try my God. Try my God. But Mr. Hoodie, he said, troll, I see you. I see y'all. Keith Fox, I see you. Billionaire mamas, I see you. I see y'all. I see all of you all. Monroe, you said, how do you get closer? You've been doubting God. You got to tune out distractions. If you really want to hear people, I get asked these questions all the time. Kiki, how do you hear the voice of God? How do you know that's God? You have to tune out some stuff. Get off of Netflix. Get off of Hulu. Get off of Amazon. Come out the club. Stop having company. Stop always going out. You got to be by yourself. I keep telling you all, 98% of the time I'm by myself. When you are by yourself, you're in silence. You hear a lot comes to you. A lot comes to you. So you guys, you got to get unbusy. You can't have this busy, loud life and think you're always going to hear from God. Now, the word of God says, I'm paraphrasing, God will show up, I think it says, in chaos or a tornado and speak. God can talk through anything, but you might miss it. I've had chaos going on in my life and I still heard the voice of God. So, it's an individual thing. Adrenaline, you said, I know it's been a bit since that one person said they were having a bad time and was told to think about what you did wrong. If you're still on here, did you ever try filling it with something else? I have no clue what that question means. I don't even know if you addressing that question to me. And I say that respectfully. I don't know. Haitian, you said, so hearing God and being psychic is different. It absolutely is. Hearing from God is hearing from God. Hearing from being a psychic, that's demonic. Psychics are getting information from demons. How do you all not know this respectfully? How do you all literally not know this? They are illegally entering and tapping into the spiritual realm, and demons are giving them information. It's not God. And God says that you shouldn't even be doing that, because whatever God is not telling you, it's not meant for you to know. It's not meant for you to know. So anytime you go to a tarot card or you go into something demonic, you're illegally entering into the spiritual realm, and God is going to deal with you. And guess what? If God, I'm quoting Bible now. If God does not directly deal with you, he will deal with your family. Your family will get punished because of something you did. Just letting you know, don't play around with this stuff. Literally, don't play around with this stuff. This is why I say a lot of people in the body of Christ will steal stuff from other influencers. They will steal prophetic words. They will steal words and sayings and messages. They will plagiarize stuff, not understanding that if God don't deal with them directly, he will punish certain families. Do this. You literally cannot do this. It's dangerous. If you're not hearing that, and they would just start babbling, creating videos just off anything, it'd be just off, it'd be off. If you don't have nothing to say, be quiet. Be quiet. That's why y'all don't see me every day. I don't have nothing to say every day. That's just me though. If somebody feel like God is talking to them all day and telling them to release messages and they got a word every single day, I'm not going to touch that. I thought about that. I'm not going to touch that, because if they believe, or if God is really talking to them and telling them release 6 messages today every single day, and they've been doing this for years, they got a word every single day, I'm not going to even give no response to that. I'm not. I don't have nothing to say. Um, Keith Fox. That is hilarious. Let me tell y'all what Keith Fox just said. And he don't know me. Keith Fox literally does not know me. But this man, what he just posted in this live, this man is on point. And I've never told anybody that. I don't think I've ever spoken about that. Because sometimes people will see stuff that you put in a video message or a live, and they'll come back and say it and act like it's prophetic, but it's not. It's public information because you said it first. Keith Fox, y'all, this what he said. He said, "Hey, woman, God," or I think you were trying to say, "Hey, woman of God, I don't know who you are, but the Lord told me to tell you it's going to be a lot of books that you got to write about your testimony. God bless you." That's a fact. That is a fact. That has been being told to me for many years. Like, Kiki, when are you gonna start on your book? And I ain't even started on it. But I be focusing on other stuff. I can write songs, poems. I used to rap when I was in grammar school and high school. I would write songs. I am a writer. I am a writer. I am a speaker. That is just some of the gifts. But I ain't gonna dig and get into nothing else. Cause see, I gotta be careful what I say, cause people will come and be like, "Yeah, God," but Keith, you on target. That's a fact. That's a fact. I see y'all. Okay, John Doe, he helping some of the people up here. Billionaire Mamas, you said, "Are you wrong for keeping it short?" I think she feels some type of way. No, you're not. To keep your peace, keep it short. You don't have to argue and go back and forth with nobody. So what if she feel that way? Let her. Let her. Samuel Schwartz, you said, "How do you know if it's God when it matches up to his word?" Absolutely. Because that's why he wants us to know the word. So when he speaks something to us and says something to us, we can test the spirit that we heard, and we can go back into the word of God and say, "Okay, this lines up with the word. I know that was you, God. I know that was you." Now, sometimes it can be kind of tricky because the devil knows the word too. The devil have spoken and said stuff, and it's a lie. But that's why you've got to be really in tune and connected to God. That's why when you don't know something, you don't speak. Some people, baby Christians, they do eat. I see it on YouTube. We see it on YouTube all the time. They just talking and babbling all day, all day, all day, all day. Every dream they have, they record it and put it on YouTube. Everything that they hear, they talking about, "God showed me a dream. God told me this. God woke me up and told me to write this down." God may have told you to write these things down, but did he tell you to speak it? Did he tell you to come tell everybody? He probably didn't tell you to do that. You made the assumption. Sometimes God will have you write certain things down. You keep it for yourself. You pray about it. You sit on that, or you fast. And then as time goes on, it'll happen what he told you. And then you can revert back to the book or the papers and the stuff that he told you to write. And you can be like, "Oh my God, I know that was you, Lord, because it just came to pass in my life. That was just for me, not for you too." That's a fact. But see, when I say this stuff, y'all get mad. People take it personal. It's not personal. It's called using wisdom. It's called knowing the difference between being young in your gift and inexperienced in your gift versus being more mature in your gift, and God has cultivated it. And I say that humbly. But see, you can't tell these people nothing. These people out here on YouTube, people in their comment section be bigging them up and pumping them up. Speak. Yes, sis. Yeah, you doing. Yup. And you young in your gift. They tuning into you because you keep telling them prophetic words, and it's not even coming from God. It's literally not coming from God. Period. So I'm just saying. Pooksta Scott, this is your first time in my live. Okay, you watch a lot on my YouTube vids. Thank you for putting fear behind you and passing the message. Have a good day. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Shrek, I see you. Hello. Wow, Keith Fox, that's amazing. That is so amazing. It makes me chuckle. It really makes me chuckle because I haven't started. But boy, I can write some books. Y'all will open these books and be like, oh my God, what is Kiki talking? Yeah, I just haven't started it. John Doe, you said what state am I in? I'm in Illinois. I'm in Chicago, Illinois. Moonlight, you said what's my favorite song? You know, Moonlight, this gonna be a shock to you. I told you that I like listening because I'm an 80s baby. I was born in the 1980s. So I am drawn to 80s music. And I like the Jets. I like El DeBarge. But one song that I've really been listening to and I like it is by Michael Jackson, actually. But Stranger in Moscow. I'm not going to say that's my favorite song, but I like it. I like that song. You know, Michael Jackson has some really deep songs. They were not really secular or worldly. They were more deep. And he had a message, just like Man in the Mirror. That's a song with a message. I like message songs, something that makes you think, something that's mature, something that's deep. Just like when it comes to gospel music, I don't really like the fast-paced, upbeat Christian songs. I don't, look, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I don't like Christian rap. It's touching too much of secular, too worldly to me. I don't like it. I don't like it. No offense to nobody. Don't listen to me. Don't get discouraged. If God is leading you to make rap songs, baby, so be it. God bless you. But I just don't, because lead a rap for the world. They doing all that. And you put in, yeah, Jesus Christ made me a warrior, and I'm out here shooting the devil, and just I'm still in my mind thinking about worldly rap music. Like I'm sorry, it's like mixing holy with profane. It's like a fine line. It's like a fine line. So I don't really like it. But a favorite song, I don't really have no favorite song. I don't really have a favorite song. But the song that I've been playing when I get in my car, I've been playing Stranger in Moscow. And I like the video. So y'all go look that up on YouTube. I like that Michael Jackson. I like the visuals for that video. So y'all say it look like daytime. Y'all keep saying that. What kind of camera do y'all get? Y'all, what kind of lighting do y'all get where y'all are? Ben Israel, you said I love your song. Okay, email it to me. Y'all got these songs. Email me some songs. Y'all see my email right in the description. Email me this stuff. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to listen to it. God loves you. You said, can I say, oh, hi, Allison. It's your sister's name. Oh, okay. R.I.P. to Allison. I see you. I see you. Bangladesh, that's where you from. I can't pronounce your name. Uriah, I see you. Email it to me. John Doe said, do you be listening to Chicago drill? John Doe, first he asked, was I married? See, John, you up here cutting up. You are really cutting up tonight. You hilarious. Chicago drill, no, I don't listen to that. I told you all I got delivered in January of 2023. I no longer listen to trap music and drill music because it's too much cussing. I used to be listening to Young Thug, Kodak Black. Super Gremlin was my song. Oh, I'm not ashamed, baby. I was bumping that song all in 2022. Okay? That was my song, Young Thug, Best Friend. God bless him. God bless Young Thug. You know, he really needs to get himself together. But he has some decent music. Tequila laughing because Tequila know. Kanye, I like some of Kanye's songs. He made a gospel album. He made some nice songs, but Kanye, we got to pray for our brother because he on something else. No, John Doe, I don't smoke blunt, sweetheart. Future, I wasn't listening to Future. Yeah, and I don't smoke blunts. Have I smoked weed? Yes. I've never done any other drugs in my life, but years ago, I used to smoke weed. I have not smoked weed. I think it's been 15, it'll be 16 years. I quit cold turkey June 25th of 2007 of smoking marijuana. And I have not touched it from that day to this. So if my math is correct, June 25th is coming up. I think this is going into, what is this, the 17th year, the 16th year? One of them. But yeah, I don't do no drugs. I ain't never done no other type of drugs outside of smoke weed. I do not drink. Who do y'all think I am? I don't know where y'all coming up with this stuff. I don't. But guys, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here, y'all. The Lord willing, y'all will see me again. Okay? Thank all of you all for tuning in. I love you all. Like I said, if you want a one-on-one, email me. If some of you all, a couple of you all, you say you're going to email me your song, great. Email me. It's under my description. But God bless you all. I love you. Thank you all for the hearts. Thank you all so much. Melvin Thomas, I see you, sweetie. J.U. Oh, thank you. You from the Philippines. Thank you. God loves you. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Chris Miles, I love you too. Sheila, you know I love you, Sheila. And Danny, you know I love you. I love all of you all. So, guys, let me get up out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be good. I'm going to go live tomorrow. If I'm not really, really busy, I will go live tomorrow, and we're going to have a conversation about something else. So, good night to you guys. Until next time.